everybody, welcome back to Cyryn Gaming and my series that I started in the last video where I am remaking the House Flipper 1 jobs in House Flipper 2. So today I will be going through what I think is technically the second job in House Flipper 2, but it's going to get harder as I go on to keep being like, oh, this is the second, third, fourth, whatever job. So at this point forward, I'm probably just going to say this is whichever job I'm remaking. And in this case, it is the job for cleaning the garage from House Flipper 1. So I have added a description here. Caroline's husband is very particular about his tools, and he does not appreciate anyone touching them. Nevertheless, the garage needs cleaned, so Caroline has her work cut out for her to find someone to clean the filth without touching the tools. Are you up for the job? Let's go ahead and play through it and so you can see how it plays. And if you see anything that I missed while I'm going through the recreation or anything like that, please feel free to leave a comment below letting me know. Or if you see something that you would have been like, oh, hey, did you know about this item that you could have used there? I'm happy to hear it. So even though in this job really only requires you to go into the garage, I actually did take the time to remake the entire house from the first game. So the only thing is they don't really have cars in this one. Normally, if you were playing the first House Flipper game, there would be a car sitting in the driveway. But since I couldn't do that, I'm sorry, my cat is trying to get my attention and won't leave. There we go. Sorry about that if you heard any weird sounds from that, everybody. Who does it? What YouTube content creator does not have an animal that occasionally interrupts their videos, right? Okay, I guess that means I've officially made it. So just really quick, I'm going to show you the yard. If you even bothered to take the time in the first game to look at the yard, I did recreate it. I'm also going to show you the inside of the house. Again, I doubt you really ever even looked at it in the first House Flipper game. I don't know, maybe you were weird like me and you did, but I'm going to show that I have indeed recreated it in this video, and then we'll go ahead and do the job. So we have that entryway, it's a hallway. Definitely could not create the striped rug that they did, so I did the next best thing. Got our bathroom. This will be a quick tour since you really don't need to go through the house at all to do the job. So you made sure we've got nice full bookshelves, by the way. Filling bookshelves in House Flipper 2 without the ability to do like the longer stacks of books in a row like you could in House Flipper 1. Huge pain in the butt. Oh, oops, accidentally left the cabinet open. That's okay. It's not like you have to come in here anyways, right? Got our little study area. Out back. Got another bathroom here. And the last bedroom. And again, I am just kind of going through this pretty fast just because this really was not the point of this job in the first House Flipper, was to see the house. So, but let's go ahead and do the job now. Go ahead and open up the garage. And I, once again, couldn't recreate perfectly everything from the first one. So I have done my best to recreate the feel of doing the first job while not necessarily maintaining the exact stuff. A big difference you might notice is that in the first House Flipper game, you actually threw away the tires and the broken crates, but they don't really have those as trash options in this one. So what I did instead was I set them up as things that you needed to get rid of and sell. And also, just a funny note, I could not figure out how to get gravity to work on items. So if you know how to do that in sandbox mode and you want to leave a comment letting me know how I could do that in the future, I would probably appreciate that. But so aside from funny gravity issues, I have also play tested this to ensure that all of the dirt should be findable, should be reachable. I don't even think you'll really need to use your flipper sense unless you just happen to not completely wipe away a stain and you don't notice. There is one little tricky stain. Don't forget the one here on the box. That's probably the trickiest one. Otherwise, this is a pretty quick little job. It should take you less than 5 minutes to complete. Actually, in the first house flipper, there was, if I recall correctly, a hidden achievement for completing this job in under, I think it was like a minute or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I couldn't recreate that for you. Sorry. But now I am going to show you the sequel I have made. Last time I did a prequel. This time it is a sequel to this job. I have called this sequel job Backyard Living. Caroline's husband was so grateful for the clean garage and inspired some home improvements in their backyard as well. Caroline suggested that you return to help with some of the work, and her husband readily agreed. Can you help them create the backyard of their dreams? And I did not show you the email in the last one just because it is exactly the same as the first one. But I do have an email for this one as well, and it is a custom email. So it says, "Thank you. My husband was so happy to have a clean garage without anyone touching his tools that it motivated him to build a playground for our dear child. This has led to us spending a lot more time in our backyard, and we'd love to be able to have some meals back there. My husband has asked specifically for you to return to do the work, as he now has a great deal of trust in you. Will you please come create a living area in our backyard? Thank you so much, Caroline." All right, so it seems that they were pretty satisfied with our work, and now they want us to do some stuff in the backyard. So let's head on through the house, go on to the backyard. Yes, I know, I do not have to close doors behind me. It's a weird habit I'm in. I blame my son, actually. He does it. All right, so let's see. We got some stuff to do back here. We got building and selling. I like to always start with selling stuff when these are my options. So, looks like we are expanding the patio. That makes sense. It was a small patio if they want to spend some more time out here. All right. Of course, I say this like I've never done this before, but in reality, I have totally play tested a lot of this and have played through this little job many times. So I've actually included 2 finishes options for you. One is actually designed to go on the side here to just make sure that the pattern continues properly, but do not feel obligated to go through the effort of buying both and putting the side ones on. That's just me being completely unnecessarily extra. And I know I'm probably not the only one out there that likes to be extra, so I gave you guys the option to do that too. And we'll go ahead and finish our patio. Also, when you see me completing this, you're going to see me place the items where in my mind I would place them if I wanted to have a backyard dining area. But don't feel like my way is the only way. I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm saying it anyways. I don't know what that says about me. Oh, I forgot to do the front. I'm a completionist and I'm super detail orientated, so I'm the type of person that, yes, I make you do the front of it to create a nice finished look. Go ahead and sell those. Don't need those anymore. And let's see what it wants us to buy. I always buy before I unpack boxes. Well, that makes sense for a little outdoor dining area. So let's see. I'm going to put this right here. Somewhere right around here. That looks good. Do table. Get that in there. Try to center it under the umbrella. We got a nice grill. Honestly, I would love to have this grill. I don't know how many people have awesome grills at home, but I don't, so I wouldn't mind having this grill. Nope, and now I gotta unpack the box. I did have fun making this quest. It was definitely interesting to figure out how the different like tools worked and stuff like that. Let's put the tongs there. Actually, here, you know what? Instead of hanging, I think that's gonna look better. Down here, got a hook. One thing that I've found weird about these hooks in general is it's so not intuitive. Like, I want it to go onto the hook when I have my mouse right here, but instead I have to put my mouse, like, center it on the hook for it to fall onto the hook. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's such a minor nitpick. So there you have it. You have, oh, forgot to put the box away. You have fully little finished backyard living, and get to complete it. So I honestly hope you enjoyed that. This is all I have to show you for today. The mods for both of those jobs, and also the mod for just a clean version of the house. All three of these mods are going to be available for you to download and play in your own House Flipper 2 game. They will be available on mod.io. And as soon as I have them up, I will be putting links to that in the description down below. So feel free to check those out, play them yourself, and I'm always looking for feedback or anything. The next job I will be recreating is the job called Radiators from House Flipper 1. So look for that soon. Until next time, happy gaming. Bye!